Hello everybody, I am TheZaneyGamer, as you know me online. But, who I really am? I'm a guy named John that lives in the United States. I'm just a normal guy. But, before we actually get into our discussion today, we need to go over the topic. Today's discussion is... Why do I LP? Classic video games. Yes, so today's discussion is, why do I LP classic video games? Well, that's an easy said question. It's not something too in-depth, but it could be for other people. Why do I LP classic video games? Sorry, I have to adjust my chair. This chair! Yeah. Why do I LP classic video games? Like this one. Right here. See it? And then the world ended. No, but why do I LP classic video games? Because I love them, that's why. Well, it's nostalgia crush, more to say. Classic video games have been my life. I play Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the GameCube, the Wii. I play PS1 games, PS2 games, just stuff of yesteryears that people just throw away because they just think, nah, I don't need that anymore. You can take it away. No, I say no to that. Because the games of yesteryears are the building blocks and the foundation for what we have today. Also, I kind of get a kick out of playing games like this. Yes, Super Mario World. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Enough of that. And this chair. But yeah, classic video games have been my life. Block out the light. Now, but seriously, I play classic video games because I love them. Classic video games have been a part of my lifestyle for many years now. I mean, back in the day, it used to be competing factors. Like, if you didn't have a Super Nintendo, you would either have insert Sega Genesis cartridge here. Yeah, it's Sega Genesis. That's what we used to play. It was the old school rivalry of Sonic versus Mario. But that's how it was back in the day. And back in the day, it wasn't old school video games. Those were brand new at the time. But by the time I came into existence, more to say, yes, I was born into the world through imagination. I wasn't born through some woman. What is this? Sexual reproduction? No, I was created through imagination. No. But by the time I was born, it was the end of the Super Nintendo generation and the jump into the 64-bit wars, which is basically Nintendo 64, PlayStation, and the Sega Saturn. It was just a huge leap into another generation. And at that time, the games were incredible, and looking at games now, they're still going to become even more remarkable as time continues on. Just, that's how it is. And I'm kind of dodging the question, you're like, okay, so, you play classic video games for your LPs. Why not do something more modern? Well, I'm doing Skyward Sword currently at this time, so that is modern. But yeah, they're talking more along the lines, why don't you play first-person shooters? Why not play games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, whatever the f*** we're in now, Modern Warfare 3, if I believe? I don't remember. Or, the Halo games, or Left 4 Dead, or... To tell you the truth, I don't like first-person shooters. I've never been a big first-person shooter fan, because, to be honest, first-person shooters are very repetitive, and then there'd be like, no, they're not. They're more in depth than you think. You point a gun and you shoot. But that's a topic for another discussion. Let's get out of that taboo subject about why I have a gripe with first-person shooters. If I ever do a first-person shooter, it's going to be a classic first-person shooter. And no, it's not going to be some Call of Duty. Throw that away. Give me my GoldenEye. Give me my James Bond GoldenEye. That is classic. I'm not talking about the stupid on the Wii. I'm talking about the original N64 cartridge. That kind of LP. That, or we're gonna play, what is the other game that I like? Perfect Dark. Get that out. Those are more my games. Wolfenstein. Classic games. Those have a vintage taste to it, where the creators wanted to add little bits of stuff in there to make it nice. Can't go wrong with it. They liked making those games. But yeah, that's the reason why I don't really... The games nowadays are just... Ugh. They're bland and exactly the same. It's just like... I don't know. You find... How can I explain this? It's like... Okay. You have Coca-Cola, and then you have RC Cola from, like, the grocery store. And if anybody overseas is watching, I don't know how to explain this. Just Coca-Cola and a cheap knockoff brand from a convenience store that just... Yeah, that's how to explain it. And basically, you have the good cola, and it's good, and then you have the RC Cola, which is just bland and the same. But people buy it anyways because it's cola and it's cheap. But it's the same stupid crap that you don't want to buy. I don't know. I can't really explain it in a way that will get across people's minds because my imagination is all kinds of crazy. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, classic video games is more along the lines of, I like the way they are. They have a vintage touch to it. Nostalgia. They just appeal to me. First-person shooters, on the other hand, are bland and repetitive to me, so I don't really like them so much. And basically, that's what people want nowadays. First-person shooters, sports games, and Skyrim. I don't play Skyrim so much because I don't really have an Xbox or PS3, so my opinion's like, meh. And I don't want to play for the PC because I already I used all my money to buy this thing and that, which I'm pointing to my Wii, which inside of it is Skyward Sword, but that's how it goes. So, that is the topic of today, and I'm basically finished. How to end this? No. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys checking this out. It's something new. I'm not used to it, but I'm going to try week by week. Guys, down below, comment and give me suggestions for next week. Give me another question or topic. Garatina, I'm not talking about sleep. Oh, you need to get some rest, dude. You can't... Whatever. Thank you all for watching, and subscribe. Man, I am such a tool. See you guys for my next vlog and all other LPs. See you guys next time.